Hi there, it's Melissa and welcome back to my channel. So today I am sharing with you the layouts that are not HipKit Club layouts that I have made for February and March, and I've combined them because in February I didn't make that many and so it wasn't really worth me sharing them. But in March I've been really busy, not just with these layouts either, with my HipKit as well. So I thought I'd do two layout shares. The HipKit one will come probably in a couple of days. I've got one more layout to make with my January kit and I've killed it. But I'm set to share these ones with you now because it's the 1st of April. And also just wanted to say that I hope you're well. I hope you're coping, surviving, wherever you are in the world. Here in New Zealand we're in alert level 4, which is our highest alert level for a lockdown. It's a state of emergency, and because of the coronavirus we are all staying at home for at least 4 weeks. So we've just done 1 week and we're not sure how long it's going to last. Our numbers are still rising, and it's just I know it's an uncertain time for many people, but it's also a time that we're spending a lot of time together as a family. So let's get on with the layouts. So this one is it's about Brielle and when it was 100 days of school last year, as in the 100th day of school of the year, not 100 days for her because she had just started. They dressed up and she made a little t-shirt and embellished it with some Heidi Swap ephemera. She wanted to use some scrapbooking supplies and I sewed them on. And I used the kit that I got when I guest designed for Click Kits called Just a Little Lovely. And this is the first time I've done this in a very long time, but I had already made this one for my guest design spot, and I was going through the albums. Sorry, I'm very close to my phone. And I loved the back of this page, and it wasn't damaged in any way. There was nothing bled through. And I was able to create this layout just on top of that wreath. So that is that one. This one I made with my current Kit Club mini kit. And I asked Christina for a kit based on the Indian Summer collection by Kim Watson from Pretty Little Studio, and I used this beautiful scallop cut file from Confessions of a Paper Addict, and I backed this with ignoring the floral, but that's all one paper, like a rainbow kind of paper. So I backed it and then embellished, and I've added embellishment from my stash just to make the kit a bit bigger. And yeah, I'm really happy with how that one turned out, and that's a really old photo of Ava as a baby. I think she is, so March, she's about 4 months old there, and just me and Brielle in the car. This is another layout made with that same kit. This background paper is by, I can't remember the name now, oh, Studio 40, and lots of other embellishments from my kit, and I used this Nouveau texture, Glacier paste, which is sparkly and absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to use that again, and I've still got that kit to use as well, but I don't know if I'll do a killer kit for that, we'll see. So I've added stickers from my stash and some Paige Evans and a few bits and pieces, so that's that one. This one I created live on Facebook Live for Confessions of a Paper Addict for the birthday celebration. Sorry, I've got my hair stuck on there. That's not nice, is it? Excuse me. And I use the open books cut file, and you get these books different sizes. Well, I've made them different sizes. I think there's 3 different books, and you can cut the inner pages. So I made a little mini album about Ava. One time that Brielle put all these toys in this box and she got in. So it's very interactive and I love it. And I made it with the Lovely Moments collection from Pebbles, which is new, that I won. So I love how that turned out. I added from my stash this tile stickers. This is from Pink Fresh Studio, and the puffy stickers as well. This one I made, well, I've got another one that I made first, but this is the Chelsea Gardens collection from Close to My Heart. I cut this, I think it's from Paper Issues or Paige Evans, I can't remember, but no, it's from Silhouette. It's just a heart made of hearts, and then everything else except for this and this. No, actually that's not. That is from the kit. That's Pink Fresh Studio, but the rest, aside from the Felicity Jane Love, is all from the kit. I did add the washi in, and I also added, I think that bee and the sequins are from Spiegelmom Scraps. And with my sequins, I was trying to be not so intentional about placing them, making them look more random. And so that's that one. This one is for Cocoa Vanilla Studio, and there's a process video for this one on my channel. I was still waiting for my Legendary. I'm still waiting for it to arrive. Everything's slow because of COVID-19, and so I just pulled out my Happiness collection, and I had started stitching this months ago with chain stitch, decided to finish it. Took me hours and hours. It was so worth it for the texture, and it's just a Instagram filter of Ava, and called Stay Unique, because she is a very unique child. And in this one, and also this one, I'm trying to embrace my older style of layering, which I'm loving. So more uneven and textured, or distressed. This one is the first one I made with it, or not the first one, but the most recent one I made with Chelsea Gardens, and I added other things from my stash as well, like the bow, this paper here, the Felicity Jane frames again, the washi, the tassel, and this is from Paige Evans, and Pink Fresh. Aren't you impressed with how I remember what collections these are all from? But everything else is from that Close to My Heart collection, and I just love how this one turned out. That's Pink Fresh as well. And so that's about Zari and I going on a bike ride, and this was for a St. Patrick's Day monochromatic green challenge set by Christina over at Redefine Creative, so I loved playing along with that. This one is for Confessions of a Paper Addict, and I'm sorry about the glare from my light. So this is mixing a bold and a more soft pattern from Cocoa Vanilla Studio, I think. Try to remember what collection. More Than Words, maybe? And 2 photos of Brielle doing ballet, and the cut file is this one, Shooting Star, and I've made it into a shaker pocket, quite subtle with vellum, and I cut it on glitter powell paper. And yeah, that's a bit different for me, that one, but I love how that's turned out. This one I made back in February after Kobe Bryant passed. I looked up some quotes of his, and I just felt inspired to create, because I just found it so sad. And Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life has an ABC Scrappy Challenge, and I think A was for alphas, and I wanted to do a mixed alpha, and this took hours as well, but I love how it turned out. So, excuse me, the quote says, "It's the one thing you can control. You are responsible for how people remember you or don't, so don't take it lightly." And I love that. And I used Pink Fresh Studio Out and About collection for this one. This is another Ava one. This is Ava's, I guess, intro page for 2020. This is for Confessions of a Paper Addict. Virginia had these boho cut files released, and I love this feathered arrow, and I combined it with her Fluttering Heart cut file. And so I cut the Fluttering Heart really big, and I've used Crate Papers, All Heart collection, and I just love this photo that Sean took of Ava, and I wanted the arrow to be piercing the heart, and then I've just put my journaling around the heart. And I just realised I don't have a date on that one, I don't think, so I probably need to add that. This one I made a long time ago, I think in January actually, but I've only just recently shared it. I made it for Scrapbook and Cards Today for their spring issue, but as far as I know, it didn't make it. They never got back to me, so I presume it didn't make it. You had to do your journaling quite big, and I kept it quite clean and simple because that is, I guess, the style that they like. It's still my style though, but there's a lot of white space, and I used Cocoa Vanilla Happiness, I think, for that one, and that's just Brielle outside the spring blooms at childcare. This one is also for Confessions of a Paper Addict. Sorry about the glare again, I'm trying to hold them so that doesn't happen. I use the triangle background, which I've seen lots of people use in many different ways. I cut it on this scripty sort of fonted paper and then backed it with just a paper I got from a grab bag from HipKit, and I used, other than that paper, I used the Pink Fresh Out and About collection again. I love all the tags and things and banners in this collection, really good for scrapping boys as well as travel. And so that is about Sam getting some new stripes It's meant to be 3 new stripes actually. I'm wondering if I can lift that up and fix it. But yeah, getting some new stripes at Jiu-Jitsu. This one is the final one, and with this one, Azaria had made this watercolour background, and I loved it, but I was quite challenged with how to use it. So in this instance, I was going to use it and cut a cut file out of it on my Silhouette Cameo. So I'm just ruffling these up, a bit squashed. But in the end, I thought, no, let's put some white cardstock down, outline it, distress it a bit, and use some ephemera. So there's no pattern paper on this layout, and this was also playing along with the Christie's ABC Scrappy Challenge. E is for ephemera, so I just went crazy, I guess, with ephemera. This was from the grab bag as well, with this ephemera. I can't remember the collection name, but it's a Hip Kit exclusive. I got a package of the ephemera, and so I asked Azaria to pull out the ones that she liked, and then I just placed them around. So it's quite full on, quite busy, but I love creating layouts with artsy backgrounds that she's made. So yeah, that's what I've made during February and March. I'm feeling quite creative at the moment. I'm trying to balance work and kids. It's school holidays 2 weeks early, but in another week week and a half, we'll be back into homeschooling. But yeah, I'm feeling creative at night and trying not to get cabin fever because it's only been a week of the lockdown. I do go mountain biking once a day to get out on my own for some solitude, but otherwise I'm at home. So I'm hoping to find some time to be creative as well as documenting the journey that we're on at the moment. So yeah, thanks for watching and take care.